Let me see if it's working now. Okay, cool. Yep, now it's working. Perfect. Cool, my eye is going through. They would just wait on a couple more drivers and we'll get on the way very shortly. I will say though, for a Monaco race, it's actually not bad attendance. It's actually pretty damn good. Alright, got 17. Yeah, that's the last two drivers. I think we're. Oh, okay. He just went to his Red Bull. Okay, that was Aldo, a driver I've never seen before. Okay. At least, I think there's only two names I've seen here on this grid that I haven't seen yet. I think we're all ready to go. 17, not bad actually for a Monaco Grand Prix. Not bad. I will give F5 a huge amount of credit for that. Oh wait, actually no, Aldo has raced here once. It was back in Australia. Okay, okay, yeah. I don't think he raced at Belgium last year. Last week, sorry. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. So I think most of them are, yeah. They're all full-time jars. Cool. Alright, so we're all good to go then. Perfect. Alright. Alright. Hello everyone and welcome to round 3 of the F5 Championship here on PSGL. I'm K997, your commentator for tonight's race, and this time we are racing at the historic circuit in Monaco for the Monaco Grand Prix, which opened for Grand Prix racing in 1929, has been the home of Grand Prix racing ever since then, home to Formula 1 since the birth of Formula 1, and of course has been known to be one of the biggest races in the world, mainly to be known as one of the big Triple Crown races along with the Indianapolis 500 and the 24 Hours of Le Mans. It is the hardest racetrack and the narrowest racetrack on anywhere on the Formula 1 calendar, consisting of a distance of 2 miles and only 19 turns around here in Monaco. One DRS zone, which is down the main straightaway towards Saint-Devote. There are elevation changes and also walls that lie almost every single inch corner around the racetrack. So the drivers will have to be very, very mindful of that. As we got also a night race here in Monaco. Actually, I did not know about that. So that's cool to see. So we will be racing here in the nighttime in Monaco. It does look cool in the game, I will say that. Now, before we go fully focused to qualifying, there is a little bit of news to go through first from the previous race at Belgium. There was only one incident that was reported, and that was an incident involving Felix and Leonardo that happened to Pooh on, we caught it a little bit on stream. Felix was given a 5-second penalty and 2 license points for the incident, but because of where he finished and because he DNF'd, basically the final results for him were unchanged. And there was another one involving him and Sieb that resulted in no further action. So the final results from the Belgian Grand Prix remain completely unchanged. In the Drivers' Championship, it's currently Oscar that's leading the way on 32 points, sorry. Currently leading the way by 15 points over Boomsha, who has 17 points. Oscar still maintains good form after winning the first 2 races. Sieb is in third on 12 points, along with Danny Van Rooten, who is a reserve driver, actually, I just remembered. I thought he was a full-timer Mercedes, but he's currently fourth with 12 points, and Billy rounds it all off with 11 points. Constructors' Championship, it's McLaren leading the way on 32 points, Alfa Romeo in second with 17, Mercedes in third, along with them at 17 points as well. AlphaTauri in fourth with 13, and Red Bull Racing rounds it all off with 11 points. But that's it in terms of the news. We'll go ahead and focus into qualifying as we got an Alpine about to start a lap. Oh, no, it's not Julian. Who is the other Alpine? That's Leo. I guess we'll wait on him. We'll ride along there with Cherno then, as he's going to give us a guided tour around here at Circuits in Monaco. Heading down towards Saint-Avant, towards turn 1, braking just before 50 meters, down to third, up the gears, up Beau Rivage, the uphill section of the racetrack. Now to Mazenay, turn 3. A slow sequence of corners here. Got to be very mindful here through Castillo Square as well. Through the bump, and now into Mirabeau. Down to second, locking up just a little bit. And then into the slowest corner of the racetrack, or anywhere on the Formula calendar, the Lowe's hairpin. Now into Portier. Of course, that's the incident, if you remember, in 2017 when Jenson Button had that incident with Pascal Wehrlein. Through the tunnel. Oh, goodness. I couldn't imagine how it was with the V10 engines back in those times. Through the Nouvelle chicane now, as he gets through there very nicely. And now into Tafac, the quick left-hander, very tight left-hander, into the fastest section of the racetrack, the swimming pool chicane, down to third gear through the second bit of the chicane. Up towards the Larascas, the penultimate corner, turn 18, and then into Anthony Nodes, the final corner of the racetrack. As Cherno will cross the line to complete the lap, and it will be a 1:10.1 to start off for him. And it's currently Caden Conway who set the benchmark time of a 1:09.2, a very fast lap time indeed. Felix with a 1:09.4 and Oscar with a 1:09.7. Aldo with a 1:09.8. Yeah, so 4 drivers already into the 1:09 range. Now we have our first driver into the 1:08, and that is Nassim, the Frenchman, getting into the top times with a 1:08.996, a very, very fast lap time. Boomsha doesn't validate, he'll go again. Foley is about to complete his lap very shortly, and so will the other Alpine of Julian, who has actually invalidated his lap, so his lap won't count. Foley crosses the line, and it's going to be P6 with a 1:09.977. Yeah, it's going to be very big test for all these drivers, of course, for how difficult and how demanding Monaco can be. Yeah, some drivers coming into the pits already. Cherno is about to end another lap. And what will he do here? He does improve, but doesn't do anything to gain a position. He does a 110.0. Alright, Julian, he's coming up through the tunnel. Benil, new driver I don't think I've seen before. Yeah, the Hungarian driver. But yeah, I think he's making his debut here tonight. Billy coming up through Beau Rivage. Lakitu coming through Portier. Someone just came across the line there. That might have been the other AlphaTauri of Sieb. Does a 1:09.4. A very nice lap time indeed. There is no Yana Omir in this race, my guy. No, he races obviously in the PCF1 races, so obviously he'll be around probably on Wednesday. Who just came across the line there? I didn't quite catch who that was, but Lakita will cross the line very shortly. I did see someone go up on the boards. Lakita crosses the line now and will set a 1:10.9, only good enough for 11th place. Alright, Billy. Purple to the middle sector. So let's see if this is a more legit purple sector. Coming around, Anthony Nodes out of the final corner, down the main straight, and it's only going to be P2 for the Red Bull driver with a 109.1. He's just about a tenth and a half off of Nassim. Bennell also goes into P4 with a 109.3. Very solid lap indeed there from the Haas driver. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how everyone manages also their outlaps as well, considering how short of a lap Monaco is, and not to mention you get an excess amount of fuel as well. You get about like 3.5 laps of fuel if you have about 5 kilos. So yeah, drivers might do some laps of like preparation laps as well, just to burn all that excess fuel. Let's see here. I think Leo will be the next driver to start another lap. Oh no, he goes back into the pits. Okay, so he will not do a lap at all. Maybe it's just using that as a side lap, or somehow did he get damage on the out lap. That is something you can do, obviously, considering how this is Monaco. Funny thing is about this track, the only times I ever commentate at Monaco is usually the night races. I don't ever commentate during the day for these sort of races, but it looks quite amazing. I will give it that. Alright, Daniel will start a lap. I think Felix is on a lap as well. He's up by just nearly a tenth of a second. He's coming up towards the back now and hanging around that corner. He's up by just over a tenth now to the middle sector through the swimming pool. Oh! That might have hit the wall there just a little bit there. Around Larascas, up towards now the final corner, sorry, of Anthony Notes. Hope it's DRS, will cross the line, and it's good enough for P2 with a 109.0. It's Sauber 1-2 at the moment here in Monaco. See here, Oscar, the championship leader, is up by half a second. He's looking quite racy in that McLaren. He has been quite racy in the beginning of the season, winning the first 2 races here in the championship. His teammate Daniel, meanwhile, is coming through the middle sector, very demanding how fast you have to go through that swimming pool complex. It's so crazy how much speed you take with these Formula 1 cars. Absolutely insane. Daniel coming up to the line now will set a 109.4, getting up for 6. Oscar's invalidated. He was nearly up by a second, actually. Well, 9/10 to be exact, but that could have been a lap for pole position here. He was looking really, really good until that happened. Oh dear, Daniel's crashed there at, that's a Casino Square, I believe he's crashed. He's back there. Yeah, he was just back there. Wow. That's it for his qualifying. He crashed out on his in-lap. Yeah, going through the bumps there, Monaco. Alright, boom. Let's see what you've got in store. He hasn't really set a lap time just quite yet, as he heads through the swimming pool complex, now towards Larascas, and then the final corner now of Anthony Notes. Looking like a tidy lap, I think, here from the Mercedes driver. He crosses the line, it's P5 for him. Not a bad lap, it's a good lap indeed. Ken Conway has bailed on his lap. He was up by 70,000 and he's bailed. Daniel's just, Danco's starting a lap here. Aldo coming through Portier and heading up towards now the tunnel. Love hearing the echo of the tunnel, but like I said in the beginning of the lap, I couldn't imagine what it was like when it was the V10 cars, or the V8 cars especially, hearing the echo of those engines go screaming down. As Aldo's down on his time. Cherno has improved on his time with a 9.6. And an Aston Martin, I think, has just crossed the line, I believe. That might have been Lakitu. A 9.8 for him. See here, Julian about to cross the line now, so that's a 109.5. Good enough for P10, at least for now. Leo Harris also improved on his time as well. Joe's coming through the tunnel as well. Nassim currently... Oh! Wow! That thing had a massive rear lockup. Joe's has crashed at the Neuville chicane. That's her second retirement in this qualifying session. Oh my goodness, the car is literally in the middle of the racetrack. So he's gone head first somewhere. I don't know if he's gone head first, or did he just clip the inside wall there at the Neuville chicane? That is a very common thing to do. Oh, see, really missing the apex a little bit there at La Rascasse. Heading down the main straight, crosses the line, doesn't improve. Stays where he is. Benny is up. Actually, no, this. Now I remember Benny's. This is not. I've seen him quite a bit. Now that I think about it. Benny is up by, looks like nearly a tenth of a second, I think that was, to the first sector. Yeah, I had to refresh my memory just a little bit. Yeah, I think the only thing that caught me off was the, I think his little name there at the, before his actual name. Let's see, Benny towards the middle center, up by just over 0.2 of a second. He's looking very fast on this lap. Can he crack into the 108 here and get ahead of Nassim? He's occupying pole position for now. Haas coming towards the line now. Danko sets a 109.3. 109 flat for Benny. That's all he could do for now. It's P3 and 7 for Haas. Keto going back into the pits. Oh, we got to be careful there. You don't want to clip the wall. Oh, jeez. Now I can't even scroll up. Thanks, game. Love that. Alright, so now we're a bit of a lull period, I guess. So, yeah, everyone's just coming to the pits, and we'll get going again shortly. Kane Conway, though, is on an outlap. Same with Leo Ayres on the Alpine. Yeah, so far, about over a second separating the entire field that have set lap times. But two of those drivers are out of qualifying. Daniel crashed out at Casilla Square. Joe's crashed out at the Neuville chicane. Yeah, you can see Conway just trying to get temperature into the tires by braking and accelerating at the same time. Yeah, because that's how pretty much it's coded into the game. Just the way you can do it now is just build brake temperature into the tire's carcass, and that's how you warm the those tires to get nice and toasty. Yeah, 4 minutes on the clock. Still got plenty of time for some things to happen. So Conway will be the next driver. Will start his next lap. Less than 4 minutes to go here in qualifying. To Sandoval, turn 1, down to third gear. Oh, as he brushes against the wall there at turn 1. That is crazy how close you can be around here. It just takes full commitment. Through Mazanet, up towards Casino Square. Now over the bumps. Clock says for Conway, he's up by just about a tenth and a half to the first sector. Adam Mirabeau now into Lowe's Hairpin. Another rear lockup I've seen here around that corner of Lowe's Hairpin. We saw Nassim do that earlier. I think that's the way you have to do it around Monaco, is that you have to get that extra rotation in order to get the car biting into the corners. Yeah, because a lot of the esports drivers, or really quick drivers, tend to try to get the car as pointy as possible. Conway to the middle sector. He's up by just over half a second. Oh, this lap is looking very, very good for Conway. Around La Rascasse, losing the back end, but he's got one more turn to negotiate. Again, had another big moment. Did this cost him time? Not too much. He's on provisional pole for now with a 108.721. He lost a tenth in that lap. But my goodness, that lap was very, very quick. Very fast lap indeed. Leo has just started his lap. Nassim has just begun his lap as well. Leo up to the first sector. What will the clock say for the Alpine driver? He's up by 82 thousandths to the first sector. What about Nassim? I didn't quite catch what his first sector split time was. Oscar, though, crossing the line. It's only P2 for the Norwegian. It's only good enough for P2. 108.881. He misses out by just a tenth and a half. Cherno is down by 2/10. And Foley, I think, is just doing a bit of a reconnaissance lap, I'm guessing. Leo up towards the Nouvelle chicane. He's got a Williams in front. Hopefully that Williams will get out of the way quickly. Leo up to the middle sector is up. Oh no, he's down by a tenth. But the Williams is not getting out of the way. Oh no, that's really impeded his lap. Oh dear, oh dear. And Leo goes back into pit lane. I probably will see that being reported, unfortunately. Conway's going to start another lap. And Nassim goes to the top now, 108.702. He's now into pole position here. Leo's out of qualifying. And Oscar has backed out of the lap. Was he back on a lap or did he backed out? He's got another minute to go, so maybe he's going to go for another run. Foley moves up to P8 there. I didn't quite catch what Benny's time was there to the first sector. Meanwhile, though, the Ferrari of Cherno's just started another lap. Boomsha, I don't think he's on a proper lap. Sieb is about to complete his lap. What will the time be for the AlphaTauri? Crossing the line, it's only good enough for 7th with a 109.1. Danko goes to P5 with a 109 flat. That's it for him. That's qualifying done. Conway is down by 32,000, but he's purple to the middle sector. Oh, but he loses the back end again. More rear end slides. That's definitely going to cost him big time. And oh, no, it doesn't. Wow. I didn't think that would actually be enough. It is enough. Enough for pole for now. Nassim, though, he's going to go again? No, he's running out of time. That's it. Qualifying is done for Nassim. They start another lap. It looks like Oscar coming up to the middle sector. What will the clock say for him? He's up by a tenth and a half to the middle sector. With this lap, it's definitely going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. He needs a really good final sector, though, if he wants to get pole position. Can he get it here? Out of the far corner. Down the main straight he goes. Crossing the line. No, he lost time. Oh, he's run out of fuel. That's why he ran out of fuel as soon as he crossed the line. Wow, big heartbreak for him. Billy, what can he do? He's up by 70,000. This is going to be a good time here for him. 5th place for him. Not bad, but not good enough for pole. And Julian goes back into pit lane. It's going to be Kane Conway will start on pole position here for the Monaco Grand Prix. And I know he had a lot more time on that lap as well. He had plenty of more time. He probably at least had another tenth and a half or 2 tenths. Yeah, that's it. Qualifying is over for him. There you go. Conway will start from pole position here by 4 thousandths of a second. Separate between him and Nassim. Oscar, though, P3. Felix, P4. Billy, P5. Danko, Benny, Sieb, Foley, Boomsh, Daniel, Leo Aris, Aldo, Lakitu, Julian Cherno, and Joes. Although, I do remember now, to refresh my memory, Kane Conway did impede Leo Aris. And qualifying, yeah, he definitely will be in trouble if there is a report that comes his way. But yeah, I did catch that for what happened with Leo and Caden. Yeah, the Williams just didn't get out of the way at the swimming pool complex. Again, it's not a very easy track to get out of the way, but you got to be very mindful of where your surroundings are. Okay then, well, it's now time for the race here in Monaco. And no rain, I don't think, here around here in Monte Carlo. I think it's expected to stay dry from here on then. Yeah, we'll see how it goes here for this. I mean, of course, it's going to be very, very tricky though for everyone to pass, of course, because this is Monaco. Not to mention how big these new Formula One cars are. But yeah, the undercut though will, well, if everyone can keep it together in one piece, we could see undercuts being played around here. We could also, well, I remember like in previous couple of games, we've had the safety car being bugged in this track. But I have seen in the last race I commentated here around Monaco, we had 2 safety cars and like 4 virtual safety cars or something like that. So I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bugged anymore in this track. Thankfully it isn't. But yeah, it used to be bugged in the last 2 games. Alright, well here we go. Got the 5 red lights for the Monaco Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go here in Monaco. It's a good start by the Williams of Kane Conway. The cars make their way up towards turn 1. They get through there relatively alright. Nassam in second, Oscar in third. Stoffley in 4th position, Steve and Benny side by side up Beau Rivage. Oh my goodness me. That was close there. As Foley down, they're side by side. Oh my goodness! How on earth were they going side by side through Castillo Square? There's now cars now more side by side there. That's the Alpine of Leo Harris and the Aston Martin of. Oh, he has a look at all this little concertina effects and Lakito. I was gonna say, Cherno, Joe's, everyone's jockeying for position towards the back. But meanwhile, though, Conway still maintains the lead as they make their way through the Nouvelle Chicane for the first time in racing conditions. Yeah, everyone just trying to sort themselves out. Oh, down the inside. That was Aldo trying to get past Joe's there in the background at Nouvelle Chicane. He had to cut a little bit of the chicane as well. Thankfully, there was no contact being made. Out in front, though, Conway leads by 4.5 tenths of a second. Yeah, most everyone's on the medium compound tire, apart from Billy, who's the leading hard runner, currently occupying 5th. He's had a decent start at least on the hard tire. Steve, Boomsh, Foley, and Leo Harris, Cherno, and Julian on the hard compound tire. Everyone else on the mediums. Daniel getting by. Foley there, down the inside before Mazanet. That's a very ambitious move, but he's got it done. He now moves up into P10. Lock up there as well from Leo. Not going to be a total surprise to see a lot of lockups here in Monaco. It's Conway that leads so far. Oscar in 3rd. Felix losing a bit of ground though to the top 3. As they head around to back, around the harbor, next to the Mediterranean Sea. There's Billy right behind him on the hard compound tire. There's the 2 Haas's on the mediums of Danko. Into the pits goes Steve. He's got damage. He's the first casualty to get damage on the opening couple of laps. as DRS is now enabled. Seb is retired from the session, so he's given up already. I mean, you didn't necessarily need to do so. I mean, you had plenty of racing to go. Anything could happen. There's no audio coming through that bit there, the Lowe's hairpin. I barely can hear any. And look at all the line of cars just funneling themselves around here in Monaco. Top three close to one another so far. Second separate all the top three between Conway, Nassam, and Oscar. Yeah, that's the AI. Seb just totally around the racetrack after retiring in the pit lane. Nassam won't be able to do anything here. He'll close up a bit, but he's not going to do anything here. Yeah, can't do much here into turn one, especially around here in Monaco, unless you're really, really close to the driver in front. Lakito overtaking. Oh! That's a vicious there. Lakito overtaking fully there before Sam Devant. Big time lock up there from Conway. Locking up the rears. Looks like Aldo just got overtaken there by Julian there at the Lowe's hairpin. Felix are trying to get within DRS range. He wants to get into that mix there for the lead. As Daniel's got a 3-second penalty already. That must have happened at the Nouvelle chicane. He's got that 3-second time penalty. And Felix is in the mix now. It's now become a 4-car fight for the lead. It's Billy, though, right behind him. Only on the hard tires, though. Felix sets the fastest lap of the race. 1.5 seconds, though, separating between Billy and Felix. Front wing change for the McLaren of Daniel, and a front wing change as well for Aldo. So there's definitely something happening to those two whilst they're at the Nouvelle chicane, I'm guessing. Because remember, we did see that the McLaren did get a penalty there. Yeah, they're going to need a safety car. They want to get back into this race. Still got a long, long, long way to go. Yeah, can't really do too much, obviously, around this place. This place is just hard or near impossible just to overtake. It's been one of the biggest criticisms of Monaco in the years. It's just the fact that you cannot have an opportunity to overtake. The only way you can is if someone makes a big mistake or just get a massive undercut. So right now on the back of Polly. Yeah, there have been gaps that have already formed here in this race. Right, not close enough. Losing the rear though at the entry to turn one. More lock up as well there from Felix. Nassam though on the back of the Williams, a little bit more closer than he was before. Not line up a pass here, it's not close enough. Not a very good run though from Conway. I think right now I would say the pace advantage would go to the Alfa Romeo. Conway doing everything he can just to keep that car in front of the Alfa, or the Sauber I should say. Don't forget about the guidelines. Alright, well Nassam's got DRS. Oh, he's got to go for it. Down the inside of turn one. There's contact there. And through goes Nassam. He does a bump and run, and he gets by the Wow, that was quite ambitious. Yeah, he just said, screw it, I'm going for it, and now he's taking the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. Also brought Billy now into the mix with all this battling as well, and the two houses. Yeah, everyone seems to be quite well spread out here. Apart from the top 7, battling for the race lead. Oscar right behind Nassam as they make their way around the final 2 turns. Around Anthony Nodes. Back onto the main straight. We'll begin lap 8 of 39. It'll be a long while until we see any sort of pit stops here, of course, unless they got front wing damage. Got to be extremely careful of how you negotiate some of these areas here in Monaco. You got all these bumps and crests and everything like that that could really unsettle your car. And if you're not careful, you're definitely going into the wall. Sauber gets really good traction there out of Portier. Same with the McLaren, pulling away from Conway as well too. Oh, hello. Conway in the wall! Or is he spun? I think he's just a spin, not into the wall. He definitely reset himself to track, though, which is a big, big no-no. Billy looking quite slow. Has he got damage? No, his front wheel looks okay. Yeah, Conway, though, spun at the Nouvelle Chicane. I don't know if by himself for hitting the wall at entry, or was he helped? But yeah, because of that incident, these guys are now out of the battle for the race lead. It's now just between Oscar and Nassam. Into the pits goes Chernow for another front wing change. Look at that McLaren, they're just sliding out the exit of the Portier. So there was a penalty I have noticed. That's a 3-second from Billy. I didn't quite see that. Yellows are out again. That's Conway again. Again at the Nouvelle Chicane, he's had another incident. Oh, and he's hit the wall too. I think he's got damage now to that front wing of the Williams. Gets a penalty. Yeah, he is really struggling with the car. Lakita going really deep. Conway gets a 5-second penalty for speeding, and that's it for Kane Conway. He is out of the race. Wow, the man that was on pole for the Monaco Grand Prix is out here on lap 10. That's a big shame there for Kane Conway. Yeah, meanwhile, the battle for the positions here, the podium places is still screwing. The yellows are out for Kane's car. And just doling around the racetrack, of course. Billy hunting down the back of the Sauber. Out of the final turn, back on the main straight. He has DRS, but won't be close enough to do anything here. I think really for his situation, he doesn't necessarily need to do anything. Just stay behind the Sauber as best he can and just see what he can do. He is on the hard tire, so he will be quite quick at the end of the race, but the only thing that's going to hurt him is that 3-second penalty. There are your race leaders there in that shot. Coming through the lowest hairpin, there's Boomsh as well. He's a little bit farther away, though, from this little battle for the third place spot. Yeah, I don't know why there's no audio when the cars go through that section. That's got all the battery in the world, same with Oscar, but yeah, those two seem to be really the top dogs of the field at the moment. Well, that's close. From Billy, not close enough to do anything here. We'll open the tabs for DRS and the battery. But can't do anything there. Julian gets a 3-second penalty for multiple points. He's currently sitting in 12th. As you see, a square down towards Mirabeau. There's a little bit of tire smoke there from the leaders. Of course, everyone's using no assist here in F5. Pretty much from F1 to about F7 or 8, I believe it is. Don't use any assists. Yeah, it's a shame we don't really do the lower tiers anymore. That's honestly where I started off commentating wise here. PSGL was an F8. Then it was F7. Now I've done 2. This is my second season in a row doing F5. And also, I didn't mention as well, but SJ, or Golfgate is his name, who is my other commentator for this race, for this season, is absent again for this race for personal issues, so hopefully he'll be back next week. But yeah, whatever personal stuff he's going through, hopefully everything will be alright for him. Oh my goodness, Nassam nearly lost the damn Sauber at the exit of Casino Square. That was so close. He's lucky he's kept that thing pointing in the right direction. Otherwise, that thing was going into the wall. Out of a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, down in 14th place. Around Raskas, up towards there, Anthony Notes. Nassau still maintaining the lead. Into the pits goes Felix. If he's done with those tires, and he's gonna put on the hards, they'll carry up to the end of the race from here. Should do so with ease. So yeah, he's attempting an undercut, of course. He's gonna come out. Well, here comes Foley. I think he should be able to come out in front of them, and he does so. That pit lane too is quite sketchy here in Monaco, because the only way you can get back onto the racetrack from the pit lane is you have to cut turn 1, but it's a very tight, narrow pit exit. That was a little brush against the wall there from the McLaren of Oscar. Still trying to keep it close between those two. And the pair of them are going to the pits. Alright, so they're going to go onto the hard tires. They'll carry them both to the end of the race. So the two horses are now 1 and 2 in the race. As Foley gets himself a penalty for multiple warnings. So where will the two of them come out? I'm surprised they wouldn't try to attempt an undercut on each other. So they'll come out 6th and 7th behind Lear Eris. Billy's coming out of the pits as well. He's going on to a set of mediums after doing his first stint on the hards. He'll come out behind Daniel. And Billy has got the move done at Mirabeau. He's now moved up to 11th place, so he's going to try to make the most here out of this undercut he can on those medium compound tires. Actually, also because of that little undercut from Felix, he's actually now into the mix of the lead again, or provisionally, this would be for the race lead. And he's now on the back of Oscar and his teammate. Kia goes into the pits. He's also used up quite a bit of battery as well, I have noticed there from Felix. That's definitely something that's going to hurt him, because the cars in front of him have got plenty of battery in store. Yeah, so really this undercut has really hurt Billy big time, because he was behind Felix for quite some time. And now has to claw his way back through the field. Oh, that's like contact between Foley. Oh, hello, that's lag. That's a lot of lag. Alright, around Mirabeau 2. Portier. Billy should try to line up a move here. He's got fresher tires. Oh, there's just no room though, obviously. Sends it down the inside. Contact! Oh my goodness, that wasn't going to work. That was never going to work. He was way, way too far back. And this yellow's out. Daniel's had a moment. Yeah, he was never going to make that work at all. I don't know if he got damaged from that. He's going to keep going. But Foley definitely got damage. Or maybe he didn't. I don't know. He's been on the tires for 15 laps. I'm going to check and see if he gets a front wing change. Yeah, front wing change for the AlphaTauri. Yeah. Like I said, that was never ever going to work, as Aldo becomes now our next retirement. Julian's lost his front wing in the process. Julian is also retired in the race, so that's it for him. 4 retirements here in Monaco. There's Nassam on the back of Boom as Boom goes into the pits. Fair to him to do so. He knows he's not in a position to win this race. Just gonna run his own race as best he can. Goes onto a set of medium compound tires that will carry him to the end of the race. It should be able to now from here. Meanwhile, you got the battle for what would be the race lead. Oh, there's the AI. Oh no. That's AI Julian's car. Oh, it's impeded Oscar. Oh no. He's lost a significant amount of time. Could lose a position here. No, he doesn't, luckily. Oh, but that stupid AI completely interfered with him. As a result, he's lost about a second to Nassam. Oscar is going to be furious about that. But that's not on Julian, it's just on the stupid game doing that. Spain now goes into the pits. And yeah, look at the gap now between Nassam and Oscar. Now it's 2.2. Felix might be looking for a move. He's looking quite racy here compared to the McLaren. Yeah, Billy comes back into the pits. Did he have a front wing change? He must have had a front wing change. I'm guessing with that contact between him and Foley was probably the reason why. He tried to carry on, he was just like, had enough of it, pretty much. That car must have been hurting through a lot of these corners. Like, you need the downforce, obviously, for a track like this. Yeah, you don't have a front wing around here, it's just big trouble. As Danko now pits in. So now Nassam takes back the race lead. He's now building himself a margin though compared to Oscar, 3.5 seconds. He was literally gift wrapped pretty much a golden opportunity to win this because of that little incident between Oscar and Julian's AI. Yeah, it's gonna be a three-way fight. It pretty much isn't now in this case because of it. That's it's kind of a big shame. All right, Oscar trying to maintain his ground as best he can. The position he's in, he definitely not likely will win him. Oh, he's clipped the wall there at swimming pool chicane. As Benny's out of the race. He's crashed out at the Nouvelle chicane. There's the car there, but no safety car looks like it's coming out. Even though that thing is literally parked on the right side of the road. Maybe it's about for 50% races because I know the last one I commentated here was 100% distance at Monaco. Felix looked. Oh, well, that's some lag. He was looking. Felix sets the fast lap of the race. It's fairly intense, so he can get the extra points for the fastest lap. Pretty much literally all he could do, maybe. Yeah, look at that gap. It's increasing between Oscar and Nassam. 6 seconds separating the top two. Yeah, Nassam has just gone into the distance. Oscar goes in. Did he sustain damage? Nope, it's just a genuine stop. He's going for a two-stop strategy, so he's back on the mediums to the end of the race. Okay, wow, I was not expecting that. He'll come out at 7th place. He's got clear air, but I don't think a lot of these drivers will pit. I think they're going to the end. Well, that means he's got work to do. Yeah, I don't know why he would do that. But yeah, he didn't have damage. Clearly he didn't have damage because he didn't change his wing. Oh, well, we might have to now. He just hit the wall there at Lowe's hairpin. No damage from what I could see on the McLaren. But yeah, I definitely saw him make contact there at the Lowe's hairpin. See if he can maybe close up the gap. The gap right now is 5.3. So between himself and Leo, who's occupying P6, is in the midst of a battle between himself and Boom. 5.6. He hasn't gained anything here. And he's back in the pits. He did get damaged, and he's retired. Wow, a big, big shame for Oscar. He got damaged there on his out lap, and pretty much, I guess that's what broke the straw that broke the camel's back. Who won the first 2 races of the season is out of the Monaco Grand Prix. You know, definitely get the likes of like Nassam and Felix. They'll definitely close up in the championship for sure. Not only that, it could possibly be a Sauber 1-2 for Nassam and Felix. Deco, who pretty much got the win taken away from him in Monaco at Australia, but that was only because of Oscar removing his penalty. Pretty much settled him for 3rd. Could finish in 3rd again for this race. Didn't race at Belgium, but will get another 3rd place finish as long as he keeps the car in one piece. Billy overtakes Cherno there at Mazenay. A little bit before Mazenay. Yeah, so far, Leo, Eris, Boom, Billy now closing in on Lakita, on Joe, sorry. Are the only battles we've got left on track. Lakita, though, I will say, is having himself a really decent race. He doesn't tend to be the quickest driver on this grid, but so far in this race, he's really kept it in one piece. He's done quite an amazing job, I will say, for him. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be very, very happy if he could keep 4th place. Alright, Billy will line up a move now on Joe's. DRS. Pressure tires. There you go. Now the Red Bull moves up into 7th place. Actually, P2 might be in the cards here, as Danko is now on the back of Felix. Danko, though, is on fresher tires compared to the Sauber. He's on 5-lap-old hards, and the Sauber is only on 11-lap-old hards. Ooh, contact, a little bit of contact, but nothing too serious. Yeah, you can see how much of an advantage he's got on those fresher tires. Yeah, that's the big advantage of this game, is that if you're on the fresher tires compared to the car around you, you definitely got more pace. It's a really big thing in this game. Only 3/10 is the margin. Yeah, he won't get anything here. He's not close. Not close enough. Up towards the back. Nothing doing for him. Through swimming pool. Up towards now the Raskas. Jeez, especially a lot of the curb. Lock up again there from the Haas. Daniel gets a 3-second pen. Out of the final turn, back onto the main straight. Yeah, Decker just cannot find a way through. He just is stuck behind Felix. Oh, he's going for it here in Mazenay. Of all places he's doing that. Outside into Casino Square. He's got it done! Wow, fantastic move from Danko. That was clean, very clean. Felix had no answers for him. That honestly has to be the cleanest pass I've ever seen around that particular section. I don't know how on earth he made that work, but he made it work. And he did well. He now moves up into second place. Fully into the pits for me and tires. Fully those outside the points. Yeah, no, like with these cars especially, I don't know how he thread the needle through there, but he really did so. That takes a lot of skill and respect to just leave that much space. Not only that, to thread your way through like that, it's just insane. He's also gaining as well, I have noticed. Gap was 9 seconds, is now 7.9. Danko could be in a very good position here with those fresher tires. Depending on what happens with Danko, or sorry, with Nassam here. I think Nassam will still keep going. We still got about 11 more laps left to the race. Can Danko put off some sort of a miracle here in Monaco? Yeah, he doesn't need to make a stop. He'll definitely make it to the end. He's got fresher tires. I mean, in fairness, that's really what's really gonna help him is the fresher boots. But he needs to make the most out of them now. Put the lap data up just to show exactly where they all stand as Cherno and Daniel get themselves 3-second penalties. So they probably had some sort of coming together at the Nouvelle chicane. Gap is 7.1. He's closed up about 8 tenths on this lap. There's Russ on the back of Boom still. We'll take a look at the times here from Nassam. Cherno, another penalty, multiple warnings again. Another penalty for him. A 13.4 from Nassam. From Danko, a 12.5. So he's gained about nearly a second on this lap. So at the rate he's going, he's gained by a second a lap to the car in front of him. Oh, his Cherno's at the wall. That might be game over, I think, for him to fight Daniel. If he did sustain damage. Meanwhile, battle for P5 still brewing here between Boomp and Leo Aris. Still stuck by the car in front of him. In fairness, though, Danko hasn't really gained much on this lap. 6.5 seconds separate between him and Nassam. Sorry. The lap time for Nassam 13.6, Danko 13.2. He's gained 4 tenths on this lap. Now those tires may have run out though for Danko. 6.1 the margin. So Still got the battle for the minor point scoring spots. This is Cherno and Daniel. Again, outside move from Cherno. Goes to the outside, cuts the chicane. I think he might have to give that position back. He was off the racetrack there at the Nivelle chicane. Oh, big time hits on the wall there from Daniel. And Cherno's got 6 seconds with the fence. Daniel's got 9. Amazingly, I don't think the game told him to give the position back. I would have thought that, really. Because he definitely cut the racetrack there at Nivelle. Oh, hello! I didn't see Foley coming through. Wow, he really caught me by surprise. Daniel was just stopping because, or slowed down because of Cherno. And then you just see the AlphaTauri just come out of nowhere. That was very crazy. Crazy to see that. Julian's left the session. Yeah, I think those tires have run out for Danko. I might have spoken a little bit too soon when I said that he could have a chance to win. Dale, another penalty for him. These guys have been struggling on penalties in this race. Cherno trying to pull away as best he can from the AlphaTauri. And Foley's left the session. Well, that's really bad news for him, so he will not finish at the points. Yeah, he's done, unfortunately. Gap right now 5.6 seconds separating the top two. Actually, it might not entirely be over yet. Gap's actually decreasing a little bit here. NASA's got to do another 7 laps on these tires. I mean, I don't think he'll be at risk of getting a puncture. He shouldn't be at risk of getting a puncture. But that gap is decreasing. The gap right now is 5 seconds. Yeah, he is really closing in. He's at least gained about 1.3 seconds on this lap. Lap time for NASA as he crosses the line does a 13.6. Danko, what does he do? A 12.5. He's gained about 1.1 seconds. He's closing a bit, but he's running out of laps to try to battle him for the race lead. Four and a half seconds the margin between the top two. It's still been steady here and there. Yeah, time is running out a little bit here for Danko. He's got 6 more laps to try to get the race lead. He's on fresher tires, but like I said, could these tires eventually run out of life at the end of this race? NASA's going to get a massive help from Foley here with a bit of DRS. Oh no, he won't. I thought it was within a second. Although Danko did use a bit of battery on that lap as well. Or maybe it was previous, I'm not sure. But yeah, look at the battery usage he's at now. He's down to about nearly 20%. Meanwhile, the battle for 5th, though, Leo has dropped over a second behind. Boom. 4.1 seconds. We have 6 more laps to go. Or 5 more laps to go, sorry. Of the Monaco Grand Prix. 4 seconds. Foley has rejoined. I think the only fortunate thing for him, at least, is that he's still in the points. So, he will at least score something. 4 seconds the margin. He can see that. Oh, he's an AlphaTauri. I take that back. I was gonna say he can see that Sauber in his sight. 3.7 seconds. Danko is running out of time. He needs to catch up if he wants to get Nassim for the race win. Nassim just trying everything he can to hang on. Yellows are out. Foley is out of the race. Virtual safety car has been deployed. Virtual safety car has been deployed. He's crashed out of the Casino Square. Oh no, that's at Mirabeau. Sorry. That's where he crashed. Oh yeah, he hit the wall big time. So it's not brought out the full safety car. It's brought out a proper full safety car. It's a virtual safety car. That VSC might hurt Danko's momentum then. Yeah, you gotta mind the delta and not get a drive-through penalty. You don't want to get a drive-through penalty around here. DRS enabled again. Three and a half seconds the margin here between the top two. 3 laps to go. Can Nassim make it to the end of the race? Can Danko close up? The margin is very, very thin for Danko. .1 is the margin between the top two. Those tires are still looking inflated. That's at least a fortunate thing for Nassim. I don't think Danko will necessarily need to worry about that. Always left the session here. Leo right on the back of Boom still. Hasn't found a way through it on the Mercedes. He'll at least be happy where he is after having been impeded by the Williams of Kane Conway in qualifying. 2.4 is the margin. Tires are still inflated. He's not got a puncture. As a Sauber, he's still doing okay. But he's losing time a little bit here. But Danko is losing laps. He's losing running out of laps here. Look at that. There's the Sauber there in view. He could see him in the distance. 2 seconds the margin. Danko just needs to get a really good Oh, he's got a penalty! That's it. That's game over. That is game over unless Nassim gets a puncture. It's over. He cut all the Nouvelle chicane. That's it. Foul for 5th though, Bruin here. Still, as we're on to the final lap of the race. Billy right on the back of the pair of Poomph and Leo looking outside, but yeah, there's no room. They can't do anything through there. Alfie losing a bit of traction there. Not close enough to do anything. Those guys, though, they got to be careful on their tires as well. They have on those tires for about the same length as Nassim has. Tires still looking good for Nassim. He's got the gap he needs. He just needs to hang on and not make a mistake. The complex here up towards now the final couple of corners on the racetrack. He misses the apex here at Larascas, but that's not going to matter. He hangs on. He'll take the flag and he'll win the Monaco Grand Prix. Danko will finish in P2. He tried everything he could, but just wasn't enough. But gets P2 at the end of the day. Felix P3, he'll definitely be happy with that. It's a Saber 1-3 here in Monaco. Lakitu is joyous here. P4 for him. A very good result for Lakitu. He needed a result like that. Boom P5, Leo P6, and Billy P7. Now we wait for the others to cross the line. But Nassim takes the win here at the streets of Principality. And we'll close that gap massively in the Drivers' Championship to Oscar after he retired from the race. And everyone does score points, as Daniel does score at least a point here in this race, being one of the last of the finishers. Joe's P8. Cherno will finish in P9. A fantastic result here from the French driver. Lakitu, I think that's deserved. A driver of the day. Definitely deserved after that result. He is well worthy of it. Very happy for him. He's had some struggles, and yeah, P4 at Monaco. No, that's good for him. But what's also very good is this man on the top step of the podium. Nassim takes the win here in Monte Carlo. Danko finishing P2. Like I said, tried everything he could to catch up. Just wasn't enough. And also a Saber 1-3 with Nassim's teammate Felix getting third after retiring last week at Spa. Finishes strong and finishes in third. And there are your unofficial results then of this Monaco Grand Prix. It's Nassim that wins, Danko second, Felix third, Lakitu fourth place, Boompin fifth, Leo sixth, Billy seventh, Joe's eighth, Cherno ninth, and Daniel rounds it all off. And will claim fast lap as well, so he gets 2 points at least to help him out in the championship. Outside of that, Foley, Oscar, Benny, Julian, Aldo, Kane Conway, and Sieb retired from the session. Yeah, no, good result there for Sauber. That definitely will give him a big hole in the Constructors' Championship as well. I think that should also overtake McLaren, I believe, with that result. Because Daniel was the only finisher in that race, and Oscar didn't even finish. Alright, well, I'll try to get these guys in if they want to join us. And I shall go silent just for a brief moment. Boop. Actually, I think I feel like I was a friend. Where is he? 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 Oh, cool. Yeah, of course, he's appearing offline. That's what a lot of the sweats do nowadays. They try to keep themselves private. There he is. Felix. Alright, now we'll try Danko, and then we'll do his teammate. sorry, we'll do a Felix's teammate, Nassim. RCR. There's Nassim. Alright, I've set the party invites, so we'll wait for them if they want to join us for podium interviews. Actually, that didn't take long. Alright. Well, hello, Felix.
Hello.
Good evening, good evening. I guess since you're here, I'll just go ahead and start the interview process. P3 for you, a very good result. I would say definitely a more redemption result after last week at Spa, after DNFing, finishing third. I bet you're very pleased with that. How was it though for you at Monaco tonight?
I would say stressful. It's a very intense race, even though I was running around on my own for a lot of the last stint, especially. Yeah, I mean, it was a good race. The qualifying was okay. Starting in fourth, I could be somewhat happy with that one, and then just trying to do my best to keep it clean in the race. And well, outside of two unfortunate incidents, one where I spun Caden around, which yeah, I already apologized to him for, but once again, apologies. Which might end up getting me a penalty, so I'm not 100% sure I'll keep the podium. I did have over 5 seconds to P4, so I think I should be fine. But yeah. And then about 15 laps to go, I just jumped over the curb on the chicane near the end of the lap before Raskas. Went into the wall and got myself some yellow wing damage, and that's obviously completely killed all of my pace. And yeah, 3 laps later, Danko was all over me, and I tried my best to defend, obviously, but he pulled off an amazing move. I really hope that was on stream, despite the fact that I got kind of embarrassed on that one. He just went right around my outside and on top of the hill after the turn 1 little left-right complex. Yeah, and from then I just brought home the P3, did the best I could to keep the gap to P4 and 5 as large as possible in case I would get a penalty, and yeah, hopefully I'll keep the P3.
Yeah, I mean, well, judging by some of the gaps, I mean, we'll wait and see what the stewards have to say, but overall, I mean, it's still a result that you definitely needed after last week, so that's obviously the main thing, I feel. But, yeah, let's see, where do we go next week? Just hold the thought just there for a brief moment. We go to Austria. How do you think you'll fare around there?
I really do not like Austria, so probably not well, but I mean, we'll see. It's a very DRS train dependent track, so I think even if I don't qualify well, I might be able to just put my way through the pack in the race. And yeah, I mean, I think once you're in the race, your pace doesn't matter all that much in Austria. You just sit in the DRS anyway. So we'll see what I can salvage, but in terms of my pace, I don't have much hope.
Well, we'll see. Anything can happen, though. That's even if it's something that I've seen, or I always say too, is that no matter if you don't like the track, for whatever reason you do well of that track that that you feel is you're worst at. But no, congratulations though on P3 though, and good luck to you for next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And we've also got our race winner, Nassim. I think he also said that he might have his translator in here.
Yes.
Yep. Alright, hello there, Nassim. Well, good effort, great race from you. P1 at the end of the race. You looked very racy from both qualifying and in the race. How do you think it was for you overall, racing around Monaco?
Du coup, très très belle course de ta part, tu as dominé en qualif, en course. Qu'est-ce que tu en as pensé de ta course à Monaco? Qu'est-ce que ça t'a fait? Okay, he say he's proud of him. He was dominant. He didn't panic when he saw Darkos reduce the gap between him and the P2. And this is his first win at PSGL, so he's very proud to do it here in F5 and in Monaco.
Yeah, I could imagine that for sure. Yeah, to get your first win at PSGL, especially in Monaco, that takes a lot, and a lot of effort for sure. Yeah, how were your tires at the end? Because I noticed, like, I think you mentioned it just slightly, that you had P2 kind of closing in on you. Danko was closing in on you, and what was like the condition of your tires? Like, were they completely worn? Were they done, or what was it like? What were they like at the end, if you remember?
Donc ils étaient à peu près comment peut-être à la fin de la course? Okay. The tires were have a lot of wear. Sorry. It snapped a lot at the end of the race, but it got a good setup, so it was easy to handle.
Righto. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because of Monaco having a lot of rear traction zones, of course. That makes sense to have rear wear. But, yeah, at the end, though, it seemed like you had really good pace. Just kept it out of the walls, and, yeah, it just was a little, like, in control from what it looked like. How do you think you'll fare at Austria next week for that race?
Est-ce que tu penses que tu vas réussir à faire la même chose un peu en Autriche? Okay. He's saying that he will try to get a back-to-back. He will train a lot for Austria, but it will be a little bit difficult with DRS train. You have to qualifying in front.
That,
yeah. Let's see what will be the result.
Yep, fair enough. But yeah, kind of like Felix said, it's just going to be DRS trains, pretty much constant. But anyway, good. Congratulations, Nassim, on your win, and of course, thanks for the help with the translation there, whoever you are. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Alright, you're welcome. And yeah, I think we'll wrap it all up here. So tune in next week then, as we'll head over to Austria. Hopefully that will be an interesting race, a more interesting race. But yeah, DRS trains will be a constant. Until then, I've been K1997. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next week for round 4 of the championship at the Red Bull Ring at Austria for the Austrian Grand Prix. Take care and goodbye.